What's up, Just Saying crew? I hope January is going really good for you. I hope you're knocking your resolutions out the park. I hope you've set resolutions. If you haven't, let's do it. Set some resolutions. Now, today's video, we're going to take a break from our previous topic that I've been talking about. And I really just want to put something out there which the Lord has been dealing with me on, and I feel like it's just great to share. And it's very biblical. And that is gratitude. So, we could sit here and get super technical, and I can tell you that the word gratitude derives from the Latin language of gratia, and it means grace and kindness. But I'm just going to give you my dollar store version. It's grateful and attitude, and you put them together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter.
Chocolate. You got peanut butter on my chocolate.
Well, you got chocolate in my peanut butter.
So, grateful, right? Thankful. Attitude. Attitude is how we feel about something and how more often than not we're expressing it by our behavior. I had been taking some alone time. We just finished our fast at our church, and during a time of journaling, I really just felt God put it on my heart that we need to, me personally, and maybe this applies to you, we need to be a lot more grateful for the things that God is doing in our life. Listen, it's real simple to, more or less just treat the things in our life as common, right? I come to work. I love my job, right? Doesn't mean that every aspect of my job I like. There's tough times, there's great times, there's times that it's just But am I grateful for the job? And how do I reflect that? Do I reflect it in my work ethic? Am I working hard? Do I thank God on the daily for this job? Because at the end of the day, if I didn't have this job, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that I've been able to do. I certainly wouldn't be able to provide for my family, right? There's a reason alone for me to be more grateful for my job. My wife. We're going on 10 years of marriage, and she has been absolutely amazing. That isn't to say that we haven't fought. That isn't to say that we haven't argued. That isn't to say it's never gotten ugly. But one thing that I absolutely love about my wife is that she is consistent. She is tried and true. She wears her heart on her sleeve. There's never a time I don't know where she stands, even when she doesn't speak. I know where she stands on any given topic. She's an incredible mother, right? She's an incredible wife. She's an incredible homemaker. She's an incredible cook, right? She knocks it out the park with her organization. It's like a shameless plug for my wife real quick. I'm going to do this here because I love her. I love her. Some of y'all have no idea how hard my wife works. And I promise I'm not doing this for brownie points. But I watched my wife take care of our children, clean our home, cook, run her organization. And some of you guys don't see it. She's working late into the night, working on grants, schedules, meetings, emails, you name it. I watch her sometimes even continue to work right after I go to sleep. And we're talking, I'm knocking out at like 11:30. So there's no telling what time she's actually knocking out. Just to get up in the middle of the night with our daughter, who needs to be nursed or changed. Like, she does me a solid and doesn't make me get up, go warm up a bottle of milk or anything like that, or go change a diaper. She actually takes care of it so I can just sleep. And she does it because she knows how dangerous this job can be. That's one factor. But the other factor is just because she's willing. That's just her character, is that she's a go-getter like that. And I'm very, very grateful to God for her. I'm grateful for my kids, right? That doesn't mean that my kids don't make mistakes. But they're a blessing. Now, it begs the question, do my kids know that I'm grateful for them? Do your kids know that you're grateful for them? Let's just go back to the wife topic real quick. Does my wife know I'm grateful for her? Buying flowers is great. Telling someone you love them is great. But gratitude is reflected in your behavior. Right? As we read. Do you complain when something isn't done? Is that gratitude? Do you seek to take things off their plate because you appreciate how hard they work, that you actually want to make their life easier? You actively want to be involved in what they're doing to give them a helping hand. That's gratitude. Now back to the children. Am I grateful for my children? Do they know it? Do they know how much I'm grateful for them? Do I tell them? Do I demonstrate it? I could buy my kids things. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what matters is how I treat them, what I say to them, the time I take for them. That's gratitude. I had a youth pastor one time, and this was like more of a private meeting. It was for like some of us who were helping out, who were part of the youth group who were helping out. And he had us do this exercise. So he had us write down what it would look like getting out of bed, okay, to go to work or whatever it is. We would have to write all our stuff down and describe our day. Okay. We did that. And then he asked us to do the same exercise, but this time pretend we're blind. Now, the next time pretend that we're blind and we can't walk. What that would look like. And the point of the exercise was to teach us that we all have something to be grateful for, whether we recognize it or not. We take for granted our eyes. We take for granted our legs. There are people out there who don't have those things, right? Maybe you're seeking a wife from God, but are you grateful for the time that you're solo and He's preparing you? Maybe you want a better job. Are you grateful for the job that you have? Or how do we know? Are you working hard? Are you giving it your all?
Oh, come on!
These are very important questions to ask ourselves. A spirit of gratitude is part of God's will. All throughout the Bible, you'll see God call us to be thankful, to be thankful, to be thankful, to be grateful, to have gratitude. It's a reflection on our behavior. Even in the bad, we're called to be thankful, to be grateful, to have gratitude. It's spiritual discipline, right? It's also a great way to counter negatives. So, I mentioned earlier we're going to go ahead and take a detour from our previous topic, but I want to mention one thing, and that is ungrateful people consume the P word. You no longer see people as people. You see them as objects, right? Married men who watch the P word aren't grateful for their wives. Okay? Imagine what it would be like if we started countering every negative thing. Every time your job frustrates you, if you remember what you're grateful for. If your wife frustrates you, if you remember what you're grateful for. If your children frustrate you, if you remember what you're grateful for. Whatever it is in life that is causing you frustration, what are you grateful for? You may hate your car, but are you grateful that you still have a car? It's a form of worship. Like, listen, when we're grateful for things, like imagine for a moment, okay? If you have children, friends, loved ones, it doesn't matter, okay? Just imagine for a moment, and you give them a gift, right? How would you feel if they treated your gift with indifference? Like, they just didn't care. They're like, oh, cool, yeah, whatever. Like, you would feel like, oh, why would I ever want to give you anything else? There's this story I share, and I love my older brother for this, and Eddie, if you see this, I love you, dude. There was this time, right? So my mom, she raised 3 boys by herself, and I'm not gonna cry, promise, I'm not gonna cry. I remember this one Christmas, right, that I was like, I wanted a stereo system, right? Like my older brother had a stereo system, I wanted a stereo system too, like little freaking tape decks and the little 2 speakers, you know, all that, the whole spew. And it was Christmas, and I remember unwrapping one of the gifts my mom got me, right? And it was just this little boot box, something like that big, one tape deck. I don't think you could record on it. I'm pretty sure you couldn't. And I remember I was just like, I was just disappointed, right? And I love my older brother for this, because he's like, you're so ungrateful. Like, do you have any idea how hard Mom worked to even make Christmas possible for us this year? Like, it hit so hard and so deep. I never forgot that lesson. But it made me realize just how absolutely despicable my behavior was. Because he was right. My mom was making huge sacrifices that, if truth be told, she didn't have to make. She didn't have to buy me that. She didn't have to pick up the overtime to make sure we had a Christmas. She had enough on her plate. I never forgot that. I never forgot that lesson. And I love my brother for that lesson, by the way. Like, he played a pivotal role in that, and he didn't know, and that was life altering. Right? It made me begin to be grateful for things. Gratitude, gratefulness, it's a reflection of God's character. Right? If you want to be more, if you want to be more close to the heart of God, if you want to understand your Heavenly Father a whole lot better, be grateful. Be grateful. No matter the circumstance, be grateful. Have gratitude. And let it alter the way you behave. If we walked around thinking more about the things we're grateful for and complained a lot less, I'm telling you, it'd be really hard to knock us off our horses. Can you imagine that? Can you be grateful for the job you didn't get? Can you be grateful for the loan you got turned down for? That is almost a strange concept, but honestly, it's a biblical one. If you can learn to just be grateful in everything and know God's in control, you are not going to be easy to knock down. And the gates of hell, they're not going to really have any power over you. Well, guys, there's going to be plenty of scriptures. They'll be in the comment section they will be in the description section. This video is pretty long. My goal was to shorten it up, but, well, it's been a while, so I hope you guys watch it. Enjoy the content. Love you guys. Peace out. Stay warm.